Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Tough Talk Today. I'm Ty.
And I'm Deb.
And remember, we're here to give you conversation on an adult perspective with public opinions. And Deb, today we got a good one, but first, tell them a little bit about the show.
Well, we're going to discuss some topics that our viewers have sent in. Some may be a little easy on the ear, and some are going to definitely be gut punching. So, with that being said, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, so what is our first topic and only topic for today? Because this is going to definitely go in a little bit more in detail, and we want to give you enough information and enough dialogue, to make you say, make you think about some things, and hopefully give you a different perspective about how to deal with certain situations. So what is our topic for today?
Okay, we had some people email us and inbox us. Toya in Chesapeake, Jay in Kentucky, and Willie in California all had this topic in mind. Blended families. Step in or step off.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
then.
So let's dive right on in.
Yes.
So we wanted to first give some information about blended families before we actually go in to it. I wanted to give some statistics because, we're so used to the traditional family, original mom, original dad, raise original kids. But, the traditional family is no longer, a part of today's society. It is, kind of disrupted. So we have a lot of different situations now that bring in blended families or bring in situations that cause you to marry and bring children from, a previous relationship or a previous marriage into the current situation that you may now have. And it's sad to say, but 70% of blended families end in divorce. So what we would like to discuss would definitely give us some information about what ideas we can come up with that will, give us an opportunity to see what blended families can do before coming together.
Okay, well, there's definitely discussions that need to be had before even coming into that relationship. So how are you going to make your relationship, the couple's relationship, the priority?
Right. However, I understand that too. You first have to talk about those things. They need to be communicated. What are your values? What are your family values?
Okay.
Not just individual, but you may have some family values. You may come into the situation where you're like, look, I already know how I want my kids raised. I already know what I want them to do. I already even know what school I want them to go to for college. I already know that I want them to play sports. I don't want them to go to church. I want them to go to church. I want them to grow up in this type of environment. I don't want them to, know these types of things. There are going to be so many dynamics that need to be discussed before even entering into a situation to bring families together.
You can't even wait until there's a problem because then it's too late.
Absolutely.
Then it's too late.
Absolutely. And with that being said, you have so many situations also that allow you to have those discussions up front. And if you're on the same page and you understand the dynamics of family, because when you're married, you have to have order.
There's an order of things.
And that order is?
God, husband or wife, then children.
Right. And that's regardless of you being in a traditional husband and wife, original mom and dad, or if you're coming in as a step parent to actually add some love and understanding and the best interest for the children into that relationship as well. Because I truly believe that those are vital situations that need to be, presented to the kids as well. If you're coming in, because my thing is, if you trust me in your life, as your wife or as your husband, why is it that you're not now trusting me with your children?
Because if I'm going to be with you, I'm not a secret.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to go anywhere. If this is what we're going to do, I need to be front and center.
Yes. Yes.
They need to know who we are in our relationship and where we stand with you. Because if we're a united front, then we can handle it.
And with that being said, the children also have to look at the dynamics that are set in the household now. You know, however mom or dad is treating husband or wife, the children are going to follow suit.
Exactly.
So if there's respect of the husband and wife, the children will follow suit. If there's disrespect of the husband and wife, the children will follow suit. And so you have to be very careful in those dynamics, you know, when you're putting them in place and having those relationships to actually come together.
Okay.
All right. So we have one more situation that we need to discuss too when it comes to blended families.
Let's discuss. I'm ready to
Yes.
discuss.
When you are dating, how do you bring up that topic, you know, about what things you need to actually put in place? What questions need to be asked?
Well, if we're dating. So I would know or ask whether or not you're ready to be a husband. And what does that mean to you? Because if what it means to you and what it means to me are different, then way back topic and episode number 1, deal breaker. Deal breaker. That's a deal breaker.
That's a
Because
deal breaker.
I need to know that you would be the head.
Yes.
But who are we following?
Yeah.
Are we just following Joe Schmo?
Yeah, what kind of leadership are you presenting? You know, and what kind of leadership are you presenting to your household? You know, because if you are a family, especially if you're a man or a woman and the children are living with you in the household, you know, you want to be ready and available to be able to take on those tasks as that individual, as the head of the household if you are the man.
And you're bringing in a wife that's going to be a helper, not anything to hinder you.
Right.
You're bringing in a good thing.
Absolutely.
How about that?
That is a good thing. And there are some other questions that need to be posed, you know, as well.
Give me another
You know,
question.
how about outside family? You know, when you're bringing in aunts, uncles, you know, sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers, because, you know, they are very opinionated. I actually was watching a very detailed YouTube not too long ago.
Okay.
And the gentleman was discussing that whoever is in your mate's ear, whoever they actually are trailing, whoever they, you know, talk to on a daily basis, who their hero is, that is the person you're actually marrying.
Wow.
So if you're actually, you know, having someone in your ear to that degree where they're giving you information about how to live life and what to do, what standards need to be taking place in your life, this is the person who you become. This is the person who you are. So if someone is sowing seed into your ear that's not good, if they're telling you, you know, that you're this, that, and the third, and that's not who you are, or they haven't actually put those dynamics or displayed those situations in your life, guess what? They're not going to be mimicked in the relationship or the marriage or in the home with the blended family. So you're going to always feel as if you're inadequate, you know, dealing with that individual. So just remember that, people, you know, keep in mind whoever you're listening to on a daily basis, whether it's your friend, your mom, your sister, cousin, brother, dad, whomever, and they're, you know, enlightening you about life. You want to make sure those things that you're talking about and discussing are things that are going to help you and not hinder you in life.
Or help the relationship.
Help the relationship.
Try to come in and destroy it.
Absolutely.
Because relationships are good.
Absolutely.
They're supposed to be families. They're supposed to be children, families, love. All of that's supposed to be.
Yes.
Those are alliances that should be. And
Absolutely.
that helps us get along in the world.
One accord. I truly believe that, you know, everything has to click. You know, it needs to fit. That puzzle piece cannot just be forced. It needs to fit. So everyone's mind needs to be on the same page when it comes to how you're going to structure the home. Right. You know, it cannot be secret meetings on the side with the kids.
And if that relationship is meant to work, those pieces will be just connected easily.
Yes.
I will know that you were made for me and that I'm made for you.
Absolutely.
It's not going to be forced.
Right. And with those relationships also, you know, fathers who have daughters, remember, your daughter is not your wife. You know, you're bringing in another woman and it should not be any competition there. Same thing with mothers. If you have sons, your son should not be, you know, stepping up trying to, you know, bring some beef, you know, to that situation. You should not have any animosity to the person who your mother is loving, you know.
That it would be something that you would see that has been taught and hasn't been taught.
Yes. And it has to be nipped in the bud.
And as a
first,
because they're still children.
Yes, they're still children. So you have to put those things in the forefront and lighten that relationship so that you'll know, hey, son, this is who I'm with. You're not going to disrespect them. You're not going to, feel as if you're the man and you're doing everything because you're not paying any bills here.
You know your place.
You know your place. Same thing with daughters. You need to make sure you're not treating dad as the wife, and dads, stop treating daughters as your wives. That is not a good place to be, especially if they're daughters that live in the household.
Okay.
And there was no woman. She doing the cooking, she doing the cleaning, she doing the. There can only be one queen in the castle. Everybody else not. But again, those have to be set up. Those have to be discussed. Those situations have to be aligned, and you also have to be on one accord when it comes to those situations.
And those, I think, things where you will see initially.
Absolutely.
You'll see them.
Absolutely.
Just take the hints.
Right. And moms,
Take the hints.
just letting you know, because I think, if you are or have been a single mom and you've been in that stage where you're dating or you're pursuing relationship, be mindful that when you're dating a man, you're going to have to let him be the man. He's going to have to come into that household, and you're going to have to let go of some of that independence. You're going to have to let go of some of that, I got it. This is what I've been doing.
Okay.
This is who I am.
Okay.
I got this. Don't be trying to tell me what to do. No.
It's okay.
And men, it's okay to release some of that. You don't always have to be Superman in the household. You now have a helpmate.
And that's what you wanted.
Yes,
that's what you asked for. That's why we're going into a marriage, because you wanted a helpmate.
Right.
You didn't want someone to sit idle in the corner and be quiet. No.
You wanted someone to definitely incorporate who they are in the marriage. And I think you chose them because they presented that to you. They had a safety net for you in case you had to, come down a little bit, and, you don't have to necessarily hit the ground, but, I'm gonna give you a soft spot, where you can say, okay, I'll pick it up right here. Honey. It's okay. I got you,
And that's
no
when
worries.
you know it's working. That's when you know it's working.
Yes. Everybody is definitely flowing, and you won't have any situations that are going to cause you to be in this 70% statistic. I believe that this can be a situation where it's healthy, it's successful, if you align yourself with the things that will enhance the marriage, which will be the higher power, definitely, marriage, that has to be first. After that, then the children. Again, if it's not in that order, it is out of order, and you will be stepped off.
You will help that other percent go up.
Yes, you have to put those things in place. And I want to make sure.
You have to also discuss. There's more things to it. You have to discuss your finances. Are those things going to become one?
Right.
You need to get this all out. Finances becoming one.
Absolutely. And putting things in place that you understand that you're there to help the children. You want to look out for them. You want the best for them. Just as that biological parent wants the best for them. So I feel like it's a disservice, when you come into the household and you're not able to present yourself to the children and be someone that they can look to and depend on, especially if the other person or the other parent is not in the household not in the household, but they're not in the children's lives on a consistent basis. I understand, mom might be still living, dad might be still living, and they still have those relationships, but no one is coming in to take their place.
No.
I'm not coming in to be, someone else's mom or another mom. I'm not coming in to be another dad or somebody else's dad. However, I'm here to definitely make it happen for you, and I'm here to put in some things that will give you an opportunity to see that I can love you and give you what you need as well.
And that definitely needed to be discussed, because if I'm moving in or the other person is moving in to the person's household, we need to have open discussions about, okay, someone's coming in to love you. I love this person, and they're going to love you because they love me.
Yes. Great topic, Deb.
Wow,
this was good
thank
stuff.
you,
This could actually be
Toya.
another show.
Thank you, Toya.
We do part
thank
two.
you, Jay, and thank you, Willie. We appreciate this topic.
Yes.
It was definitely a hot one.
It was, and it hits home, because if these situations, are not working out to the degree that you would want them to, this month is Mental Health Month. So if you see that there are opportunities for you to reach out and talk to someone about these things, you reach out to a therapist or
Definitely.
Go to family counseling.
It's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay.
Not to be okay. So
Yes.
you want success, reach out to someone who can help you. reach that level of success, or talk to other families who've been through this and are successful. You know, don't be afraid to put that information out there.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay, great show.
A great show. So keep bringing those topics in. We definitely appreciate them. And we want you, the audience, to continue to give us feedback about what's going on in your minds, your heads, your hearts, and your spirits, because this allows us to give it back to you from a public opinion perspective. And we want to continue to do that on this show. So we thank you so much. So Deb, tell them where they can reach us and let them know where they can send in their comments.
Okay, if you have a show topic for discussion, please hit us up on Facebook or Instagram at Tough Talk Today, or check out the information below.
Excellent. So this has been another great show. We thank you all so much, and we
Thank
look
you.
forward to seeing you again next Tuesday on Tough Talk Today.